Hi.
אהלן, מרחבה.
מרחבה.
כיף חל?
Good. בוקר טוב. It's nice to meet you, Ronnie.
הוא נולד סמוך לרמאללה, לאב בכיר בחמאס, למשפחה חמאסניקית. מוסאב ינק שנאת ישראל לא רק בבית הוריו, אלא בסביבה שבה גדל. How do you pronounce your name? I've heard so many versions.
Yeah, me too. It's actually Mosab Hassan Yousef, and the family name is Dar Khalil.
Dar Khalil?
Dar Khalil.
Yani you are from Khalil,
Khalil
originally?
No, actually it's just the family's name. In fact, this is not my name today, but the people know me like this. I prefer not to reveal it to the public, just for privacy.
So you have another name today?
Yes, I do.
And you don't want to reveal it?
I cannot.
For security reasons?
More privacy and security, yes.
People are trying to hunt you?
I assume. Mm-hmm. Of course, there are so many angry people out there. And of course, they're looking for someone to blame, someone to sacrifice, someone to project their hatred on. And I get the lion's share nowadays from the globe, something that I was totally aware of.
סיפורו יוצא הדופן התפרץ בעוצמה לפני שנים כשפרסם את ספרו בן חמאס. בשב"כ הצמידו לו את הכינוי הנסיך הירוק, נסיך בגלל שהוא בן של בכיר בחמאס, ירוק הוא הלא צבע החמאס.
Being killed is not the worst thing can happen to me. But if my soul is dead, if I feel the responsibility and I don't say a word of truth, I will die every day.
מוסאב עבר תהליך רגשי עמוק של הזדהות עם ישראל.
The biggest terrorist is the God of the Quran. I know this is very dangerous.
סיפורו בן החמאס הפך בן לילה לרב מחר עולמי. הנסיך הירוק נהיה מרואיין מבוקש מאוד.
Hamas is not interested in carrying an attack outside of Palestine. Their priority number one to destroy Israel.
בשלב מסוים, תחת מסע רדיפה, הוא עבר לארצות הברית, קיבל שם אזרחות, וירד מעט למדרון האחורי. קצת שקט. אבל אז הגיע טבח אוקטובר, ומוסאב לא הרשה לעצמו לשבת בשקט.
Israel considers what's happening in Gaza a tragedy. It's a tragedy made up by the terrorists that you sympathize with. You know who's fighting for the children of Gaza? The IDF. That is killing Hamas. That is uprooting Hamas so the children of Gaza can have their freedom.
מאז ביתר שאת ומאוים, חייו בסכנה מתמדת.
After October 7 happened, I had a choice to stay in my quiet place or come back into this mess. And I had no choice but actually to do this, because I call it Dharma, like the path of my life. And I knew Israel is going to get in trouble. Because the type of war Hamas invited Israel, it's a very, very messy situation.
You used a very special word. You said the kind of war that Hamas invited Israel to. What do you mean invited Israel to?
This is not the first war between Hamas and Israel.
Yes.
Right?
But this is
Hamas,
the war.
Yes. Unfortunately, because Hamas was rewarded in the previous wars. When the war ended, they declared victory, and many countries began treating them as a legitimate organization representing the Palestinians. And this final war, Hamas doubled down, tripled down on their strategy of sacrificing civilians, weaponizing civilians, knowing that if Israel decides to invade Gaza in a ground operation, that is going to lead to only God knows how many civilian casualties. And
So they predicted the consequences of their invasion to Israel.
So it was very obvious. Like you take an honorable man and they go into fight with a pig.
מוסאב מעדיף שלא לחפור בכישלון של טבח 7 באוקטובר.
It was not in the interest of the state of Israel to just go on a war, continuous war with Gaza all the time. So there was a blind spot of a kind. Governments, not only the government of Israel and other governments, have been watching Hamas building an army. Why Hamas would build an army? All this was common knowledge, not only to the Israeli intelligence, but also to the CIA and other intelligence services. I can understand also that Israel had a problem, a human problem in Gaza. Recruiting became very, very difficult.
Why?
Because Hamas ruled Gaza in an iron fist. They literally killed so many suspects for collaborating with Israel, and many of them maybe were even innocent people. So not everybody is willing to risk their life.
Like you did.
I'm not saying it was the only motive, and I'm not here sitting to pretend that I am the most moral person on earth. I had choices, they were very difficult choices.
Do you have regrets about the past?
Do I look regretful?
No.
Okay. Do you want me to say yes?
No.
Do you want me to say no?
I want you to say the truth, your truth.
I wouldn't change anything.
You miss your family?
Not really.
משפחתו של מוסעב עדיין מתגוררת באזור רמאללה. הקשר מנותק לחלוטין. מי כמוהו מכיר את הארגון הרצחני הזה ואת כוונותיו. Do you think that this kind of an attack can come from the West Bank, from Dafal Arabia to Israel, as it came from Gaza?
I cannot cancel any possibility after October 7. There are thousands of armed people in the Palestinian Authority. Mm-hmm. I consider them as a dangerous entity. I don't trust them.
הוא כועס מאוד על הקרע שבתוכנו. מהאויבים אין לו ציפיות, אבל על אלה שבינינו שמעזים להאשים את צה"ל, הוא רותח.
This is something I understand to hear it from the pro-Palestine in Europe, which mostly Muslims, influenced by Muslims. I understand their hatred. But when I see some people here in Israel, Jewish people, who know the nature of the IDF and how they do the job, accusing the soldiers who have been risking their lives to defend the nation, not only the government, not only the state of Israel, but the Jewish nation worldwide. This is what the IDF doing. Okay, you have your issues with the government. At least don't use such device. Like in a time of war, this appears to me more of a treason. This is a very serious accusation. It's not acceptable, helping the enemy. And these people need to wake up. It's a big war of legitimacy. The failure in Gaza will have deadly consequences because this is what Hamas wanted from the beginning. When they took the hostages, when they used their own children as human shields, knowing that it's going to delegitimize Israel. So why help them?
I am Palestine, and I say it's enough of Hamas. It's enough of the corrupt leaderships that they are killing our people, misleading them to hell. You never been to Gaza, you don't know what you're talking about, so sit down.
הוא חושף את עצמו באין ספור ראיונות, מתגושש בעוצמה עם המראיינים, מראיינים שאין להם מושג ירוק מיהו החמאס.
She's been there only for a visit and maybe she had some falafel sandwich, and she really was blown away of the Palestinian experience. There is no such a thing as Palestine.
אבל יש להם צופים, ובכך הופך את עצמו למטרה לחיסול חלילה.
Since October 7, I personally don't differentiate between Hamas and what's so-called Palestinians. Because actually there is no Palestinians. If they did not have Israel as the common enemy, they would kill each other.
What is the alternative? To put a big smile on my face and pretend like nothing is happening while the hostages are dying slowly? Look at me. I'm not that far also. I'm just skin on bone as well. You have to live it. You have to be with them in order to represent them correctly. And I'm not the savior of the Jews. I don't pose as that. I never thought I would become famous in Israel. 10 years I was working in secret. Nobody knew about my existence. Revealing my existence, I put a death sentence over my head. Now I cannot walk freely in the United States anywhere without being chased by fanatics and pro-Palestine terrorists. Europe is not safe. Even recently, I was in Southeast Asia, and Southeast Asia also is not safe. Wherever I go, people recognize my face. And I know it's just a matter of time before they're going to get me. And I have no regrets. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of dying. Everybody is going to die eventually. But we have lots of work to do first. If there is anything that I worry about in this war, I know that we can defeat Hamas, and I know that we can change the narrative, and that we can change it to our favor. It's just a matter of time, but we need unity. Hamas is counting on division. The all anti-Semites and the all anti-Israel, they are counting on the collapse of the government. I'm not a big fan of politicians. It's not the time to change governments. It's not the time to let the government collapse, because this is a clear message that we have failed and Hamas is succeeding. It's not their business to interfere with the Israeli democratic process. People have the right to protest, then they have the right to go to elections, and early elections if this is the only solution. But I don't recommend it. And I'm not advocating on his behalf, just so you know. I'm just speaking as an independent observer from the outside.
Multiple crimes against humanity done simultaneously by the same savage group, and we're still debating whether they are okay or not okay.
מבחינתו, גם אם זה יעלה לו בחייו, יש לו משימה חשובה, לאחד אותנו, מצמרר.
I personally choose Israel, because if the savages win, all of us are going to pay the price.
הוא מנתח את המצב הבלתי אפשרי שאליו נקלענו.
I don't know what's the alternative. The government does not have leverage, but the applying force and pressure on Hamas. The only option is to release thousands of mass murderers and prolong the war for much longer than it's supposed to be, so Hamas can buy more time and the world can apply more pressure. You see, they have been recognizing the Palestinian state. They put in sanctions on the state of Israel. Many democracies are submitting the Muslim population in their countries, trying to please the Muslims at the expense of the Jewish minority by doing the wrong thing, by rewarding terrorism and condemning Israel. To surrender, it will have deadly consequences on Israel, and not only on Israel, on the Jewish people worldwide. But if we continue this fight for as long as it's going to take, then all the terrorists and their sympathizers will know that Israel will never surrender to the demand of terrorists. So if we can apply a little bit more pressure and have a deal that includes all the hostages, then I am with that. I think it's the most realistic. But the problem, Hamas staying in power. This is a big problem because this means all our effort in Gaza went in vain. So we cannot win this war without guaranteeing that Hamas is going to be removed from power.
Who is controlling now Hamas, in your opinion?
Well, it's the military wing right now. Those are the ones who have the hostages. I think they have the final saying. And their fate is connected to the hostages. This is the problem. They know if they return the last hostage, they know that.
Yes.
It's over. They have nothing left.
הוא לא שוגה באשליות. מכיר אותם היטב, אמרנו. מבחינתו, לישראל וליהדות העולם יש ברירה אחת בלבד. ופה חייבים להבין זאת.
If Hamas proves itself to the rest of the jihadis around the world that their method worked, it's going to be the end of civilization. Instead of protesting against the government, why don't we protest against France that is recognizing a Palestinian state, rewarding terrorists? Why aren't we protesting against other embassies?
You believe that it's possible?
You mean to defeat Hamas?
To defeat Hamas.
It is possible, but we must do what it takes. We need to be more patient, and we need actually to be resilient. When Hamas look at us and see that we are united and we are determined, that we are not going to give up because of this psychological warfare, that we are going to fight all the way, and no matter how it's gonna take. And the hostages are very important to us, but also the victory of the Jewish people on a global level. Defeat will have deadly consequences on the Jewish people worldwide. This is my biggest concern at this moment. And defeat could happen only if we continue to be divided.
Thank you very much. It was very interesting.
Thank you for understanding this. This is a priority right now. Okay, we have a lot more important job than just blaming each other and blaming ourselves. We really need to stop doing this. I know it's a Jewish way, and I appreciate it because this is what makes the Jewish people amazing, and this is why I trust that this nation is a very, very special nation. And this is why, with all the attack against me from pretty much everybody in the world, I don't mind it because I'm investing my energy in people that I love and I care about, and I feel their pain because there is no separation. I am Israel. And for us to score an absolute victory will put us in such a special place globally. But if we, God forbids, get defeated, or our spirit at least got defeated, then the world is going to come after us.
All the best. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.